Welcome to the Eat Better, Move Better, Live Better podcast presented by Flourish with Tracy, where we'll dive into the realms of holistic wellness, plant-based nutrition, yoga, and self-care to help you live your best life. Tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern for our special segments. Meditation Monday, start your week with mindfulness. Wellness Wednesdays, get the midweek boost you need. Sadhana Saturdays, dedicate weekends to personal growth. Join us as we explore and discuss all things to eat better, move better, and live better. Welcome to Sadhana Saturday. We think about stillness all the time, and we can be still, but yet noisy. We can be still and yet hear all the sounds around us and be engaged internally and externally. So there's a difference, and there's a practice to being still. One of the key components to being still is really being quiet. And there's a power in being quiet without being still. So today we're going to talk about the concept and the power of being quiet. So I invite you to take a breath, relaxing your shoulders to arrive fully into this moment. And explore the idea of quietness. Not just the absence of noise, but stillness on a deeper level that touches your physical, emotional, and spiritual life. To journey into the heart of silence, and how embracing quiet can unlock healing, insight, and connection. So what is the concept of quietness? What does it mean to be quiet? When we are quiet, we usually think of turning down the volume or being in a quiet room. But true quiet is much more than silence. Quiet is a mindful state, not simply an absence of sound or movement. It's beyond silence. It's presence of awareness, stillness of the body, calming of the emotion, and spaciousness of the soul. We can cultivate this state through mindfulness, meditation, breath work, and simply sitting in solitude. You can be in solitude even in the midst of a busy space. We'll talk about that a little later. Stillness isn't passive. It's a vibrant, conscious engagement with the present in the here and now. In quietness and trust is your strength. And there are different types or forms of quiet: emotional, physical, and spiritual. And each of these aspects invites us to slow down, listen, and realign with your inner, deeper truth. Physical quiet is one that we are most associated with. It relates to our body resting, healing, allowing our nervous system to reset. It's the body in actual stillness. When we're physically quiet, we allow ourselves to enter a state of healing. Our nervous system shifts from fight or flight to rest and digest. The stress hormone cortisol begins to decrease. The immune systems begin to reset. Your heart rate slows. Your breath becomes deeper and more rhythmic. Muscles unclench, releasing tension. The digestive system activates and the brain waves begin to slow down, moving from high alert beta waves to a more meditative alpha and theta state. The benefits of physically being quiet allows you to sleep better. It drops your inflammation markers. The body begins to repair the cellular level. Doing less actually provides the body more energy and clarity. The stillness of being quiet offers a recharge, like plugging your phone into a charger after a long day. When you rest deeply, your body heals naturally. The second stage or type of quiet is emotional. Emotional quiet offers us a safe refuge to process our feelings without judgment. There's softness when we are emotionally quiet. And this softness tones down any emotional turmoil. It gives us a sanctuary. When we pause, we can hear the quiet whispers of emotions that are often drowned out by busyness. It allows us to not act impulsively, to stop reacting. And then we can begin to recognize what we're feeling and why. We can then exercise pause, take the time to reflect, and then respond. And this is because the brain's emotional regulation center, the prefrontal cortex, becomes more active during quiet reflection. Stillness doesn't suppress emotions, it invites them to the surface in a gentle, safe way. The silence of being quiet lets emotional noise settle. It's like muddy water clearing when it's left undisturbed. And there are benefits of being quiet emotionally. There's emotional resilience through silence. When you embrace quiet, you build emotional strength and stronger boundaries, greater self-awareness, compassion, reduced anxiety and mood swings. You begin to recognize and become more self-aware, kinder to yourself, and better able to handle stress. You can create then space between stimulus and response, allowing the time needed to observe any given situation before action. And that is where your power lies. You're less likely to be thrown off by every emotional wave. So let's practice for just a moment. Sit silently and simply notice what emotion is present. And label it. It could be sadness, joy, anxiety, whatever it is. This simple act of noticing and naming the emotion, it tames it and allows you to control and make the decisions that you need in any given situation without the emotion. And the third type of quiet is spiritual quiet. Spiritual quietness opens the doorway to inner vision, inner wisdom, intuition, and connection to something greater than yourself. Spiritual impacts of quietness is the language of the soul, providing a deepened connection to yourself, to others, and source. In many spiritual traditions, silence is sacred. It's in stillness and quiet that we hear the wisdom of our inner voice, our purpose, with our divine, with our soul. And when the noise of the world fades, intuition speaks. Quiet breaks the identification with the ego and brings us into alignment with something greater. Call it the divine, the universe, the higher self. It doesn't matter. Whatever you choose to call it, It allows you to disengage from ego and attachment, to release and let go, to be more receptive with the realization that quietness is sacred. It's the space where what we hear cannot be spoken. Spiritual stillness allows us to be rooted in the sacred through inner peace. And it allows us to trust as our life unfolds with alignment and an enhanced sense of oneness with the all. Spiritual quiet connects you to gratitude and presence. It's where you remember who you truly are. In quiet and stillness, we realize we are not our thoughts or our roles. We are something deeper. You begin to trust life more, worry less, and see the beauty in ordinary things. Or you may notice something that was always present and there, but you never saw it because you didn't take the time to be quiet. You can invoke a spiritual quiet with the simple exercise of just closing your eyes, focusing, allowing your breath to be present through your heart center, inhaling and exhaling, silently repeating, I am here. This is sacred space. It's important to incorporate quiet into your daily life as there is a cost of noise. We need more quiet in our loud world. We live in a world that never stops. Constant pings, screens, voices. Our nervous system is in a chronic state of alert. This overstimulation and input leads to anxiety, burnout, and disconnection. We often fear silence because it forces us to meet ourselves. Yet this quiet, the quiet that we avoid, is what we need the most. Quiet isn't always about your surroundings. It's about your inner landscape. Even in the midst of noise, crowds, or chaos, you can choose to go within. A favorite analogy is imagining yourself standing in the midst of a huge, busy, bustling city at rush hour. People are walking, they're on their devices, traffic's speeding by, and everything is whizzing all around you. Yet you are standing quiet and still in the midst, unimpacted, unaffected by all of the noise around. And you can do this. Realistically, you can remain quiet internally, even in the midst of these external noises or crowds. This kind of quiet is a state of presence, and it begins with the breath. Inhale slowly, exhale fully, drawing your attention inward, letting the noise exist without engaging it. It's as if you can imagine placing a soft dome of stillness around yourself. And you can shift the focus from what's happening around you to what's happening within you. Your heartbeat, your breath, your awareness. With practice, you will find that quiet is not a place to go. It's a place you carry. You can become quiet and still and become the quiet, still point in the spinning world. So how can you begin a quiet practice? Begin with small micro moments. For example, in the morning, enjoy your tea or hot beverage without any phone, television, or distractions. Midday, take a break and take a small walk outside without any devices. And at night, take 5 deep breaths before you go to sleep. You can even do many half days, digital Sabbaths, where you place down all of your devices, turning them off. Just do that once a week. That's a new definition for hump day. Stillness doesn't require a retreat. It requires and starts with an intention and your attention. And you can use tools to support you. Timers, guided meditations, lighting a candle, creating a peaceful, quiet corner to embrace the pause. And begin to integrate quiet holistically. See a life of quietness. A quiet life is a mindful life. You can add layers of being quiet. Allow it to infuse with your being. Breath work soothes your body, calms the mind, and anchors your spirit. You can journal to process your emotions, to get it out, to reveal your spiritual insights. When you take walks in nature, you reconnect the physical rhythm and cadence with emotional clarity and appreciation and awe of all that is natural. Meditation quiets all levels, mind, body, and soul, returning you to the present moment. And then creative practices like painting, playing music, dancing, writing are all a form of moving meditation that aligns you, connecting you physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So I'd like to now invite you to a 5-minute quiet body scan. Get comfortable in your seat. And you don't have to turn down any other noises, because I'm going to invite you to embrace being quiet in the midst, despite what noises are occurring around you. Bring your attention to your breath, moving your awareness slowly from your feet to head, gently observing without changing anything. This simple practice activates your body's self-healing mechanism. So as you settle in, begin to release what is outside of you, your outside world, the space where you may currently be sitting. In this moment, there's nothing to do, nowhere to be, just right here. Take a slow, deep breath in through the nose. Gently exhale through the mouth. Let's do that again. Slow, deep breath in through the nose. Inhaling slowly. Gently exhaling through the mouth. Exhaling fully. Take a third breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. As your shoulder relaxes, and as we begin this body scan, I invite you to focus only on the sound of my voice. Let it be the anchor that holds you steady in this sea of stillness. Allow all other sounds to exist, yet drift away as if they're passing clouds in the quiet sky. This space is yours. Allow your quiet to hold you. bring your awareness to the top of your head. Simply notice the crown, the space above it. Feel a gentle stillness and quiet there. Let your breath touch it, as if it's breathing into your scalp. Feel this stillness, quiet, and breath slowly scan down to your forehead, releasing any tightness in your brow, softening your eyes, softening the space behind your eyes, letting them rest. No need to see, just feel. And allow this quiet breath to travel down to the cheeks, jaw. Allow the jaw to unclench. Allow the tongue to fall gently in your mouth, softening. Feeling the softness of surrender as you breathe. Allow the breath to travel to the neck and shoulders. Notice if you're holding any weight or tension here. As you inhale, acknowledge it. And exhale, imagine it releasing, softening, melting away. As it leaves, imagine you're still supported by the surface beneath you, safely and secure. And gently move this breath and awareness down to your chest. Feel the breath rising and falling like a gentle wave. No effort, it's breathing at your natural rhythm and pace. Just acknowledge, be aware. Your breath is your companion in this quiet, always with you, always here. Focusing on the chest rising and falling. Breathe. As you continue to breathe, allow the breath and awareness to travel into the belly. Feel the breath filling this space, expanding softly as you exhale. Releasing as you exhale. Belly soft, free, unguarded. Bring the awareness and breath down to the hips, pelvis, glutes, thighs. So much strength here. Allow it to rest. Inhale into these spaces and soften with breath. Exhaling it. Allowing the breath to travel down the legs, through the knees, calves, ankles. Breathing now into the feet, heels, arches, toes. Feeling grounded and secure. The earth is holding you quietly. Entire body's filled with your breath, filled with stillness, filled with quiet. Take a moment here to scan your body. Notice any sensations or presence. Notice how you feel as you are aware of the space around you. Notice your quiet. Embrace your stillness despite any sounds you may hear. Feel your strength as you are unimpacted by any of the sounds around you. As you release my voice, take a slow, intentional breath in. Exhale with a sigh if that feels good for you. Also releasing any remaining tension, allowing my voice and this tension to melt into the quiet. Sit here for just a moment, embracing your quietness. Take a deep breath in. Hold this breath at the top. Exhale, allow it to travel down through the bottom and out. Take a second deep breath in, holding this breath. Also releasing. Wiggle your fingers and toes and gently open your eyes. You've just honored your body through your breath. You've just embraced the power of being fully present, fully still, and quiet while in the midst. Take this moment in gratitude for your body, for your breath, and for the beautiful quietness that resides within you. However you feel at this moment, you've created it. And you can carry this feeling with you into the rest of your day. Take a final deep breath in and exhale with a sigh through an open mouth. Being quiet and intentionally silent isn't empty, it's actually full of answers. Quiet is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's your reset button, your sanctuary, your guide. Each mindful breath, just even one, can change your state of mind, your state of awareness, your state of being. I invite you to try just a few moments of quiet each day and notice any changes or reflections that show up for you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up for your inner world. There is power in your presence. The most powerful, profound transformation starts with the simplest shift of turning inward to embrace your quiet. Namaste. Thanks for tuning in. I hope today's insights help you on a personal journey towards a healthier, happier life. Don't forget to join every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. Eastern for more self-care and holistic wellness tips. Before you go, make sure to comment, click the bell, like, and subscribe buttons for upcoming episode notifications. Be sure to always consult a medical professional before making any major changes regarding your health, diet, or routine. In the meanwhile, stay motivated, stay inspired, and remember, every step you take is one step closer to a better you. Until next time, keep flourishing, and as always, may all be well.